Did you know that in Istanbul you can find synagogues, churches, and mosques all on the same street? Welcome to Turkey, where East meets West in ways that might leave you wondering which continent you're really on. Welcome to Istanbul, a city where cultures collide in the most fascinating ways. As we step into its diverse neighborhoods, you'll witness a unique coexistence of different religious and cultural traditions that have shaped this metropolis for centuries. Imagine walking through neighborhoods where you hear different languages and see distinct traditions coexisting harmoniously. This is the reality of Istanbul, a city that truly embodies Turkey's role as a cultural crossroads. Nowhere is this more evident than in the Balat district, a vibrant area that perfectly captures the essence of Istanbul's multicultural heritage. In Balat, you'll find an extraordinary sight: synagogues, churches, and mosques standing side by side. This proximity of different places of worship is a testament to the long history of religious tolerance and diversity in Istanbul. As you wander through the narrow, colorful streets of Balat, you'll see Jewish synagogues with their distinctive architecture, Orthodox Christian churches with their ornate icons, and Islamic mosques with their towering minarets, all within a stone's throw of each other. But life in Istanbul isn't just about cultural diversity. It's also about facing the challenges of a modern metropolis. The city's residents, known as Istanbulites, grapple with the realities of urban living, including a high cost of living and complex transportation issues. Yet, it's in these challenges that we see the true spirit of Istanbul emerge. Let's talk about the economic pressures faced by the average Istanbul resident. Many Istanbulites earn between $400 and $700 monthly, and a significant portion of this income goes towards transportation costs. The price of essentials like gasoline and cars can be nearly double what you'd find in other countries, thanks to heavy taxes. This economic reality shapes daily life in profound ways. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite these challenges, Istanbulites display remarkable resilience and adaptability. They've developed creative ways to navigate the city's economic landscape. Public transportation, for instance, becomes more than just a way to get around. It's a vital coping mechanism for residents facing economic pressures. You'll see buses, trams, and ferries packed with people from all walks of life, making their way across this sprawling city. The extensive use of public transportation not only helps residents save money, but also contributes to a sense of shared experience and community. Speaking of community, this is where the true heart of Istanbul shines through. In the face of adversity, Istanbulites demonstrate an impressive spirit of solidarity. Neighbors often come together to share resources and assist each other. You might see people carpooling to work, sharing used cars, or helping each other find creative solutions to financial challenges. This sense of community extends beyond immediate neighbors. Istanbul is a city where you'll often witness small acts of kindness, a stranger helping an elderly person onto a bus, or shop owners extending credit to regular customers during tough times. These everyday interactions reveal the warmth and generosity that lie at the core of Turkish culture. In Turkey, tea isn't just a beverage, it's a way of life. Imagine walking through any Turkish city, town, or village. You'll see people sipping tea everywhere, in cafes, offices, homes, and even on the street. This isn't just about quenching thirst. It's a daily ritual that fosters social bonds and exemplifies Turkish hospitality. Turkish tea, served in small, tulip-shaped glasses, is more than just a drink. It's an invitation to conversation, a symbol of friendship, and a gesture of welcome. When you're offered tea in Turkey, you're being invited into the warm embrace of Turkish culture. This simple act of sharing tea creates a sense of community and connection that's central to Turkish identity. But tea is just the beginning. To truly understand Turkey, we need to explore the deep-rooted national pride that shapes its modern identity. At the center of this pride stands a figure revered across the nation: Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of the Republic of Turkey. Ataturk's presence is felt everywhere in Turkey. His statues grace public spaces, his portraits hang in offices and homes, and his principles guide the nation's education system. This isn't just about remembering a historical figure. Ataturk represents the values of independence, modernization, and secularism that have shaped Turkey's journey as a nation. The reverence for Ataturk goes beyond mere admiration. It's a unifying force that brings together people from diverse backgrounds. In a country with complex cultural and political landscapes, Ataturk serves as a common point of reference, a shared source of national pride that transcends individual differences. Now let's shift our focus to another crucial aspect of Turkish identity, the role of women in society. Turkish women embody a fascinating balance between tradition and modernity, playing pivotal roles in both family life and the professional world. In Turkish society, women are often seen as the heart of the family, maintaining cultural traditions and nurturing the next generation. At the same time, they're breaking new ground in education and careers. You'll find Turkish women excelling in various professional fields, from medicine and law to business and academia. This duality creates a unique dynamic. Picture a successful businesswoman who still prepares traditional family meals for holidays, or a young student pursuing a PhD who also values her role in preserving cultural heritage. These women navigate between different worlds, embodying the complexities of modern Turkish identity. The contributions of Turkish women extend beyond their immediate families. They play significant roles in community life, often leading social initiatives and cultural events. Their involvement in both traditional practices and modern pursuits adds depth and richness to Turkish society. As we explore these elements of Turkish identity, the tea culture, the reverence for historical figures, and the evolving role of women, we begin to understand why Turkey can be so challenging for outsiders to fully grasp. Each aspect we've discussed adds another layer of complexity to Turkish society. Imagine you're a Turkish worker earning an average monthly salary between $400 and $700. Now picture yourself needing to buy a car. In Turkey, this simple task becomes a significant challenge. Due to heavy taxes, the cost of a new car can be nearly double compared to prices in other countries. This means that for many Turks, owning a vehicle is a distant dream rather than a reality. But it's not just cars that strain the average Turkish budget. Gasoline prices are also considerably high, making daily commutes and travel expensive propositions. These economic pressures force many Turks to rely heavily on public transportation or find creative ways to manage their mobility needs. Now, let's shift our perspective to that of a visitor. If you're coming to Turkey with foreign currency, you'll find yourself in a very different economic reality. The cost of living in Turkey is approximately 60% cheaper than in the United States. This means that as a tourist or expat, you can live quite comfortably for about $1,000 to $500 per month, depending on your lifestyle choices. This disparity in purchasing power creates an interesting dynamic. Tourists often find Turkey to be an incredibly affordable destination, while locals grapple with the high costs of everyday essentials. It's a paradox that adds another layer of complexity to understanding Turkish society. Let's take a closer look at some specific costs. If you're thinking of renting an apartment in Istanbul, prices can vary significantly. In central areas, you might pay between $600 to $900 for a one-bedroom apartment. However, if you're willing to live in more distant neighborhoods, you could find lower rates ranging from $400 to $600. Ouch. Despite these challenges, there are aspects of Turkish life that remain affordable and attractive for both residents and visitors. Public transportation, for instance, is both efficient and budget-friendly. A single bus or metro ticket costs around $1, and monthly passes are available for approximately $30. This affordability makes it possible for many Turks to navigate their cities without the need for expensive personal vehicles. Another bright spot in the Turkish economic landscape is the local cuisine. Eating out in Turkey can be a delightful and economical experience. Meals at local restaurants typically cost between $5 to $10, making dining out an accessible option for many. This affordability not only benefits locals, but also adds to Turkey's appeal as a tourist destination. These economic factors have a profound impact on daily life and social interactions in Turkey. The high cost of certain essentials encourages a culture of resourcefulness and community support. You might see neighbors carpooling to work, families sharing vehicles, or friends coming together to enjoy affordable meals at local eateries. The economic realities also influence the way Turks view and interact with tourists. While there might be a tinge of envy towards visitors who can afford luxuries that are out of reach for many locals, there's also a genuine appreciation for the economic boost that tourism brings to the country.